What's up guys, and welcome to this edition of Hikelopedia. Today I am going to do my second ever gear video. I did one a long way back about my trip to Everest Base Camp, and I've had a few requests since then and I've been holding off, and I thought, well, why not? Let's go for it. So today's video is going to be reviewing what I took on my recent Yushan or Jade Mountain hike, and also what I usually take when I climb Taiwan's high mountains, or the Bayue. Before I start, I just want to say I am by no means an expert. This is just the stuff that I take. It may not be perfect, but it works for me at the moment. But as you know, these kind of things are always in flux. They're always changing. Sometimes you find something you like better than what you have and you change it. And so I'm just going to be completely honest with my gear and just tell you what I've got, why I've got it, if I like it or not, and that's about it. So let's get cracking. This is my pack, which was packed pretty much as was for my last two trips. The failed expedition to Jianshan, and then the successful one to Yushan or Jade Mountain with my daughter. Alright, so I'm just gonna open the bag, pull stuff out, and just tell you what it is. So let's just start on the outside. First, I've got this new piece of kit, but it's basically a sitting pad. I picked it up at the local camping shop. It's a local Taiwanese brand. And I think it cost about 100 Taiwan dollars, and you need a rest and everywhere's wet, then you can just put this down and park your ass on it, and yeah, it works okay. And also I guess you could also double up as a little bit of extra lift when you're trying to get some sleep. So that's the first thing in my bag. The second thing, poop trowel. Mainly when you're camping, because when you go to Yushan you're in huts, so you don't need that because they've got toilets. But when you're camping, like on the Jianshan hike, when you need to go somewhere, you got to bury it. So I picked this up, I think it was about $80 from the local hiking shop here in Hsinchu, and used it a couple of times, and it's pretty good. This next one is a new piece of kit. It's an Ortlieb 10-litre water pouch. I haven't actually used it yet, but on some of the Bayue trails, water can be a problem, so you need to carry the water that you'll need for a couple of days or 3 days. And so I saw this in the shop in Taipei and thought it would be a good investment. Usually I keep a small envelope in the top where I keep my important papers like park permits and passport and stuff. And also I keep my wires, my charging power bank. Now this power bank is a Nitecore. It is really cool. It's 10,000 milliamps, but if you look at it, look how thin and how light it is. It's really good. I've had it for a while, and no complaints so far. Yeah, with my power bank I usually carry 3 wires. I have a USB-B and a USB-C, and then I have this special proprietary one for my Sun 2 GPS watch. So those are the 3 wires I carry, and I also carry a little charger for my camera batteries. And also in the top pouch I carry this. It's just a waterproof cover for my phone in case it rains heavily and I want to protect my phone. This is just a cheap one. It's from Decathlon. I can't remember how much it was, but it wasn't expensive. And also from Decathlon I carry this tape. I don't know what it's called, but it's just blue tape you can pick up from Decathlon, and I use this to tape up my heels before every hike. It just protects my heels and makes sure I don't get any blisters when you're on the trail for a few days. So this stuff is an essential for me. Okay, what's next? Oh yeah, in the belt pouch of my pack I usually keep spare batteries for my camera. I usually carry 3 batteries or 4, depending on how long I'm going for. But I usually keep the spares in here so they're easy to grab when the power runs out. I also usually keep my Swiss Army knife in there, which is not in there at the moment. I have no idea where it is. And just a few snacks and things like that. Okay, other gadgets that I take with me include this one. This is the Garmin Mini Inreach. It's a new gadget for me. I think it cost about $300, and as I've started to do more long distance hikes that are more remote, I decided, with some persuasion from my wife, to get one of these. It's not cheap, and also you need to subscribe to the service. I think the cheapest deal is about $12 per month, but it gives you peace of mind and it enables you to send messages from wherever you may be. As long as you've got a GPS signal, then you're in touch. And it's also got an SOS function in case you have an accident or an emergency. Opening up the pack, the first thing we've got in here is my first aid kit. We've got some painkillers, bandage, tiger balm, mini pocket knife, toothpaste and toothbrush, mini nail clippers, Imodium for diarrhea, and also antihistamines for allergies, and then various other bandages and gauzes picked up over the years and not used much, thankfully. So that's my first aid kit. What's next? My water pouch, 2-litre Hydrapak Seeker water bottle with the Katadyn BeFree. I picked it up a while ago, but I haven't used it up until the Yushan trip, and I used it there for a few days and it worked pretty well. I mean, you just fill this up with river water or whatever, screw this on top, and then open it up and squeeze away. You can drink straight out of here, or you can just squeeze it into another bottle. Luckily for me, it fits into this 2-litre water pouch. So this has been my drinking system, as they say in America, for the last few trips. Although I don't particularly like this pouch, as the water has a kind of aftertaste once it's been in there for a while. So I may change this in the near future, although I'm not sure what I'm going to go with for now because I haven't found a better alternative. But right now, this combined with the 10-litre pouch is what I use for hydration. I didn't take this to Yushan because there's water available at the huts in Yushan and you're never too far from a water source, so didn't need this. I actually took a Hydro Flask metal flask because I was drinking tea because it was pretty cold up there, but when I'm going somewhere where there's not water readily available, I will take this. The bane of any content maker's life is carrying the equipment. If it wasn't for the equipment, my bag would be a lot lighter. This is my reasonably new drone. It's the Mavic Mini 2. As you can see, it's pretty small. And inside here, we've also got the remote control, which is not small, bigger than that drone, and the battery packs. There's 3 batteries that come with this Fly More pack, and there's 1 in the drone, and then there's 2 here. And so yeah, I take this with me whenever I hike because I need to try and get some beautiful footage for you guys to enjoy. But it's pretty heavy. Total with my camera, it adds a couple of kilograms to my weight. But everything, including my camera, which is Canon M6 Mark II, which I'm filming on now, so I can't show you. That and my drone fits nicely in this padded bag. Usually I carry a combination of 3 items of rain gear. Waterproof pants, which I forgot at Yushan, as you may remember. These are some new ones I picked up after that trip. I think they're like $700 from their local Taiwan brand from Litum. Litume, no idea. But I tried them on in the shop and the quality seems pretty good. And then for my top, I've got this Helly Hansen. It's very light, very thin rain jacket. I picked this one up in Singapore. Well, I haven't used it too much. I think I've only used it 2 or 3 times. This one packs away nice and small. And then I've also got a decathlon poncho, which I used quite a lot in Malaysia and Singapore, because when you put a poncho on, it doesn't zip up or anything, and so it allows the air to circulate. I also used this one time on Yushan in Taiwan, and it works pretty well too, with all the water from the bamboo at the side of the trail. So this one's pretty useful, although it's seen better days. It's all split down here. It's probably about time I got a new one. All right, what's next? Cooking and food. All right, so this is my cooking stove, and I sometimes carry this metal cup with me as well, with foldable handles. It's Carrymore. I think it was a freebie given to me by my father-in-law. My stove is a jet boil rip-off from China that I picked up from Lazada. It is an APG brand. I've had this for more than a year now and used it quite a lot, and actually it's really good. It was probably about $50 US, or no, maybe 50 Singapore dollars, I can't remember. I'll put the information on screen. And inside here I keep my foldable spoon, or spork should I say, and I get a little cut down pan scrubber, and then I've got the stove and the gas bottle. This just screws directly onto the gas bottle, and then the bowl attaches directly onto the top, and you're ready to cook. It's really convenient and really fast, and it's also got an ignition, so you don't need to bring a lighter, although I usually bring one as backup just in case. And it boils stuff really quickly when you put the lid on. And then you can either pour it out or just eat directly from here, which is why I have the long spoon. So that is my cooking system. It's pretty light and it's pretty convenient and it works well. I'm very happy with this. I don't think I'll be changing this in any time in the near future. Now, what do I eat? Usually on trail, I carry this as my food bag. It's like a Japanese air raid shelter bag, but I just found it convenient to put my food in. Usually I'll take a mixture of different kinds of things. I know Taiwanese people like to eat very luxuriously when they're on trail. They take all fresh ingredients and stuff like that. But I would like to do that, but then I have to carry everything. So I just usually go for the freeze-dried meals or the ready-made meals, and supplement them with nuts and energy bars, crackers, sometimes cheese and salami, depending on whether I'm hiking in hot weather or cold weather. I've tried these meals recently. I've got, this is a Japanese one, and then this is a Taiwanese brand. And so far, the Taiwanese brand wins for flavor. I had one of these meals in Yushan trip and it was pretty nice, and then I had a Japanese one, not this flavor, but a shrimp flavor rice, and that was pretty gross, to be honest. I'm hoping this one will be better. But yeah, these are the kind of things I'm eating on trail. And I've got an egg holder. I usually take a couple of eggs just to kind of boost my diet and give me a bit of extra energy and cholesterol and stuff. So yeah, that's all my food usually goes straight in that bag. On some of the longer trails in Taiwan, there's no huts, so you'll need a tent. This is the tent that I've been using recently. It's another Decathlon special. It's called the Quick Hiker Ultralight, and it weighs about 2 kilograms, which is pretty heavy, I think. But that's all I have at the moment. But it can be a two-man tent, but I really wouldn't want to try and fit 2 people in this tent. But yeah, it goes up pretty quickly. The problem is it's not freestanding, so if you come across a spot where there's nowhere to put pegs in, then I'm going to be in trouble. For that reason, I'm thinking about getting a lighter freestanding tent for future trips. But I mean, I've used this one for a while now and it's never let me down, and it's pretty waterproof. It's good, but it may not last much longer, I'm afraid. Clothing. This is my down jacket. Again, it's nothing special. It is a Uniqlo ultralight down jacket. I've had it a couple of years. I bought this when I went to Everest Base Camp and it did the trick. It's not the thickest, but it's pretty warm once you get it on, and it's got a hood which is good, so keeps the wind out, and if you wear it in combination with your other layers, then it keeps you pretty warm. For my base layer, I wear this long-sleeved merino top. I got it from Rafa, which is a cycling clothing supplier online, and I didn't know at the time when I bought it, but it's very, very thin. In fact, it's practically see-through. So when I wear it, I don't actually like wearing it, but because I look like somebody an extra out of Pulp Fiction or something. But it's actually really, really warm. And so although I don't like wearing it, I will wear it when I'm hiking, but I usually put something over the top. And then my pants or trousers, as you will all be aware of, are these super bright red ones. And now I get quite a bit of stick from my friends and people about the color of these pants, but you know what, I don't care. They might help me get spotted in an emergency, you never know. And they're super comfortable, pretty waterproof, and they are also Marmot brand. And they're on sale in Singapore, which is why I got them. Yeah, I really love them. Alright, so my second layer is this Helly Hansen black fleece, zip-up fleece. It's covered in fluff. I got this from Costco a few weeks ago, so it's a new addition to my gear, but I've worn it on a couple of trips now, and yeah, it does the job. It's a fleece. This is my buff, I don't know what else to call it, or neck scarf, whatever. This is a merino one. It's from Decathlon. Cost me 20 Singapore dollars, I think it was, a couple of years ago, and I've worn it a lot and I love it. It keeps me really warm, and I double it up as a sun shield, and yeah, it's really useful. And also you can wash it and use it as a towel if you want. It's really cool. Very good quality. Headwear. On trail I wear this. It's super light and you can squash down, you can just shove it anywhere. I don't even know what brand it is. I think it's my wife's hat, but I just stole it from her, and the strap at the back is broken, but it still fits on my big head. So yeah, I'm using that at the moment for when it's sunny. When it's cold, I use this pom-pom hat. It's a souvenir from Mount Snowdon in Wales, and again, I get some abuse when I wear it because I'm not Welsh, and some of my friends seem to have a problem with that, but you know what, I don't care. It keeps my head warm and I really like it. Undergarments, sexy topic. I just usually wear these Airism ones from Uniqlo. They're pretty cheap, and you can wash them and they'll dry really quickly, and they're very comfortable. Never had any problems down below when wearing these. Socks. I have some synthetic socks that I got from Decathlon a while ago. They're nothing special. They weren't the most expensive ones, but they work for me. I got 3 or 4 pairs of them, and I usually take 2 pairs. Same as with underwear. When I'm hiking, I take 2 pairs just in case I need to wash them, and then I've got another pair while the others dry. And I also have this thicker rain jacket for when it's colder. It's a Quechua brand, again from Decathlon. I got it on sale in Singapore. I can't even remember how much it was. It wasn't a lot, but it's pretty good quality. I've worn it a couple of times, and it does the trick for me. So on to the most important thing, boots. These are my current set of boots. Again, they are Decathlon. No, this video is not sponsored by Decathlon, but I just get their stuff because it's cheaper than the brand stuff and it's really good quality. I've never had any problems with any Decathlon products. So these are the Chechua 500. I've had them for about 3 years now. I use them a lot in Singapore and Malaysia. They're pretty good boots. They're not waterproof anymore. And inside I usually put a gel insole, again from Decathlon, just to increase the comfort. And I have walked a fair few miles in these shoes and I don't have any complaints at all about them. Although I keep expecting them to fall apart, they haven't yet. So fingers crossed, they'll keep going for a few more miles. Gloves. I usually carry 2 pairs of gloves. I got these thin Carrymore ones. I picked these up from, I think it's JD Sports in the UK when I was back home visiting a couple of years ago. And they're pretty much like £7 or something like that. Super cheap, but good quality. And they've got the grips on so you can use your phone while you're wearing them and stuff. These are kind of getting towards end of life, but they're okay for a while yet. For thicker gloves, I've got these head ski gloves that I picked up a very, very long time ago. I can't even remember where I got them or how much they were, but they're super thick and they're pretty useful for when you're at the top of some cold peaks. Now, onto sleeping. My mattress, Decathlon again, believe it or not. 4-class Air Structure 700, compact mattress, inflatable mattress, really good. I got the extra long one because I'm tall, but it only weighs 600 grams, packs down pretty small, and the best thing about it is it doesn't take long to inflate. You can blow it up literally within 10 breaths, which is great. It's easy to inflate, easy to deflate, and very easy to pack away, and yeah, it's really good. So that's my mattress. Now you may have seen in the Jade Mountain video, I was carrying this thing. It's one of those fold out, it's like a Chinese brand. I don't think it's even got an R rating, so it wouldn't keep you warm. But I took this to Yushan solely because my daughter wanted to sleep on it. So yeah, normally I don't use this, so go away. Sleeping bag. This is my winter sleeping bag. Again, Decathlon. It's the 4-class 900 ultralight 0 degrees C down sleeping bag, and once again I've used this a few times in cold weather where the temperature was below 0 and it kept me warm. It's a really good bag. Can't remember how much it cost. I got it from Singapore, Decathlon, and also it packs down pretty small. Weight is less than 1 kilo, so yeah, it's a good option if you don't want to spend a fortune on a super expensive bag. For pillow, again, it's Decathlon, I'm afraid. The helium pillow, it's kind of like the normal pillow on steroids. It's more comfortable, it's furry, it's warm, and I love it, and it only weighs 170 grams. Now, I'm pretty embarrassed about this, but there's one more addition to my sleeping gear recently that I came across, and I don't care, I won't go back. Down booties. Now, I usually have a problem with cold feet. So I saw somebody talking about these things online, and so I went on Amazon and got this pair. I think they cost about $20. I can't even pronounce the brand. It's like OHOHai or something like that. They came a couple of weeks after I ordered them, and I love them. They are so cool. They look stupid and you can't walk around in them, but once you get into your tent, you put these on and your feet are like toast. They're amazing. I love them. Down boots are the future. Believe me. Ah, I forgot. This is just usually some extra clothing I take if I'm going on a cold hike. I've got a thick merino long sleeve top, thick pair of, as we call them in England, long johns. And I'll sleep in these if I'm in super cold weather, or if I just feel like changing out of my stinking sweaty hiking stuff. This one is ICEBREAKER, so it was reasonably expensive, and this one is just Heat Tech from Uniqlo. Not expensive at all, but really, really warm. And yeah, I'll usually also carry, as I said earlier, a spare pair of socks and some spare underwear. The bag is empty. So now I've just got another couple of supplementary items that you may have noticed on my hikes. The first one is my trekking poles. These are Cascade Mountain Tech. They're nothing fancy, they're actually from Costco. I got them probably about 10 years ago now, and they're still going strong. I haven't managed to lose them yet. So I usually take one of these on a trek because I'm usually holding my camera in the other hand. And I wrap some strong tape around here just in case I need to repair something. And sometimes I will carry a bum bag, fanny pack, whatever you want to call it. This is a rather expensive one. It's from Atom Packs in the UK, but it's Dyneema, I think. It's waterproof. A bit of a luxury item, which I don't use too often. I usually use this more on day hikes than I do on long distance hikes, but it's a nice piece of kit. And then also, last item, also for cold weather, the recent Yushan trek, there was still a bit of ice and snow on the trail, not too much, but we would have used these micro spikes. You just hook them onto the bottom of your boots, and they're just like portable crampons basically, and they fit away in this bag. Very useful. And I've also got a pair of these, which are also kind of like ice shoes, which I've used a few times now. They've got little metal spikes, and again, these just hook on to the bottom of your shoe and enable you to walk on the ice. These are from Decathlon. The other ones, I can't even remember where I got them from because it's such a long time ago. Yeah, so those couple of pieces of equipment that I took with me to Yushan, and we did use them actually. My daughter wore the spikes and I wore these as we went up to near the summit because it was quite icy and I didn't want to take any chances. Most other people weren't wearing them, but you know, when you've got your precious cargo with you, you need to look after her. The backpack, once again, it's Decathlon. I swear they should be sponsoring me. It's the 4-class Trek 700 50 plus 10, so it's a 60-litre bag, and it's got the extendable brain, which I don't particularly like because it flaps around all over the place, but no alternative. This was the size that I wanted, and this was the only option they had for a decent price when I bought it. I'd love to get a more expensive bag, especially one of those ones with the cinch down, roll down tops, but they're super expensive, and I just can't justify blowing that much money on a bag. But yeah, this one is pretty good. It's got lots of compartments and places to store stuff. It's got a separate compartment for, I usually put all my sleeping stuff in the bottom there, and I'll put stuff in dry bags or plastic bags because I'm a cheapskate, to keep them dry. And yeah, it's pretty good. It's got 2 big hip belt bags, which are very useful, and it's got lots of clips and stretchy water bottle holders at the sides, extra zips down there. And the one thing I really like about it is that it's easy to strap stuff onto the bottom, like your tent or your pad or whatever, which is not always the case with many bags. So yeah, it wasn't expensive again. I think I got it on sale as usual. You're seeing a theme develop here. I can usually fit everything I need in this bag when I'm going on a long trip. So yeah, it's pretty good, and it is doing the trick for me at the moment. And also it's really comfortable. So yeah, that is my backpack. Okay guys, that is it for my gear review. As I said, it's not a definitive list. This is just stuff that I have accumulated over the years and have come to love and to like. And it might not suit everybody, but it certainly does the trick for me. So if you've got any questions about gear or hiking in Taiwan or anything, even whatever you want to ask, then just drop them in the comments and I'll answer them as soon as I can. Yeah, so that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give me a like because it really helps me out. And you can always subscribe for more similar content. And if you don't want to miss my videos, then you can click the bell for notifications and you'll get a notification every Saturday morning when I have a new video out. Before I go, thanks again to all my coffee mates. Really appreciate your support. And you'll be pleased to know now that in addition to the patches, which are still available, you now have a new option if you want to support the channel. Because frankly, YouTube ad rev sucks. Ta-da! Hikelopedia stickers. They're available, a pack of 2 for $5 US. So if you're interested, visit the link on my Buy Me a Coffee page. I'll put the link in the description below. Once again, thanks for your support. And if you want to buy any of the equipment that I featured, there are some Amazon links to the items in the description down below. Disclaimer, I will make a small commission if you do buy something. So take it easy. I'll see you next week. Over and out.